In Part 6 of Lecture 3, we will look at the complete date class. Now we're ready to look at the complete date class. We begin with the usual import Java util scanner, public class date, and an open brace for the class, private string month, private int day, private int year, which is a 4-digit number. Now we have the default constructor for the class, public date, month equals January, day equals 1, year equals 1000. We will now look at 3 constructors for it. Date, a constructor that accepts the month in numeric format. Public date, int month int day, int year, and inside the braces, set date, month int, day year. We look at the next constructor. Date, a constructor that accepts the month in string format. Public date, string month string, int day, int year, and inside the braces, set date, month string, day year. One more constructor. Date, a constructor that assumes that the day is the first day of the specified year. In other words, January 1st. Public date, int year, set date 1 year. A copy constructor is a little different from what we've seen. What it will do is set up an object to be a copy of another object of the same class. We begin date, a copy constructor, public date, a date. If a date equals null, it's not a real date. It hasn't been constructed yet. System out println fatal error, system exit 0. Otherwise, assuming that it is not null and it's a real object, month equals a date.month, day equals a date.day, year equals a date.year. Now we look at the first of 2 methods called dateOK. They will both validate the date for us. We begin with a comment. DateOK returns true if the date is valid, returns false if the date is invalid, assumes that the month is in numeric format. Public Boolean dateOK, int month int day int year int. Inside the braces, return month int is greater than or equal to 1, and month int is less than or equal to 2, and day int is greater than or equal to 1, and date int is less than or equal to 31, and year int is greater than or equal to 1000, and year int is less than or equal to 9999. If all of these conditions are met, then we know that the date is valid. We now look at the other version of dateOK. Returns true if the date is valid, returns false if the date is invalid, assumes that the month is in string format. Public Boolean dateOK, string month string, int day int year int. Return month OK of month string, and day int is greater than or equal to 1, and day int is less than or equal to 31, and year int is greater than or equal to 1000, and year int is less than or equal to 9999. Other than this month being in string format, it is the same as the previous version. We now look at month OK. Making sure that the month is valid means comparing it to each of the names of the 12 months. Month OK returns true if the month is one of the 12 valid strings. Returns false if not. Public Boolean month OK string month. Return month equals January, or month equals February, or month equals March, or month equals April, or month equals May, or month equals June, or month equals July, or month equals August, or month equals September, or month equals October, or month equals November, or month equals December. The method monthString will accept a month in numeric format and will return the same month as a character string with its name. Public string monthString, int month number. Switch month number, case 1 return January, case 2 return February, case 3 return March, case 4 return April, case 5 return May, case 6 return June, case 7 return July, case 8 return August, case 9 return September, case 10 returns October, case 11 return November, case 12 return December. Default. System out println, fatal error, not a valid month. System exit 0, return error. Two things to point out. This is the first time we have seen here the use of a switch. It will take a look at the value, in this case, of month number. It will compare it to the first case. If there is no match, it will compare it to the second, and so on until the end. When you get to default, if you reach a situation where you have not encountered the case that you need, this is where it goes. The reason we need error here is to ensure that there is, in every single instance, a return value. This is something Java requires. Virtually every class needs a toString and an equals method. It is assumed in most cases that these methods will exist. ToString converts the date into a string. Public string toString, return, month, plus, blank in quotes, plus day, plus, comma and blank in quotes, plus year. Equals returns true if the parameter and the object are the same date. Returns false otherwise. Public Boolean equals date, other date. Return month equals other date month, and day equals other date dot day, and year equals other date dot year. Precedes allow us to see which one of two objects comes first. The comment is precedes returns true if the object is an earlier date than the parameter. Returns false otherwise. Public Boolean precedes date other date. Return year is less than other date year, or year is equal to other date year, and get month is less than other date get month, or year equals other date year, and month equals other date month, and day is less than other date day. Write output, write the date in proper format. Public void write output. System out println month plus blank in quotes plus day plus comma and blank in quotes plus year. Read input, read a date from the keyboard. Public void read input. Inside the braces, Boolean try again equals true. Scanner keyboard equals new scanner system in. Keep asking until the user enters a valid date. While try again. System out println enter month, day, and year. System out println do not use a comma. String month input equals keyboard next. Int day input equals keyboard next int. Int year input equals keyboard next int. If date OK, month input, day input, year input. Set date, month input, day input, year input, try again equals false. In this way, if we actually got the right date, we take the value and we are now ready to end the loop. Else, system out println, illegal date, re-enter input. Below we have two of the accessors. Get day, accessor for day. Public int get day, return day. Get year, accessor for year. Public int get year, return year. Get month returns the month as a number. Public int get month. If month equals ignore case January, return 1. If month equals ignore case February, return 2. If month equals ignore case March, return 3. If month equals ignore case April, return 4. If month equals ignore case May, return 5. If month equals ignore case June, return 6. If month equals ignore case July, return 7. If month equals ignore case August, return 8. If month equals ignore case September, return 9. If month equals ignore case October, return 10. If month equals ignore case November, return 11. If month equals ignore case December, return 12. Notice in all of this there's no else's. The reason is that in any of these conditions turns out to be true, you return the value and you leave the method. In every one of the cases below January, you could not have gotten there unless the preceding cases were false. To finish, else and in the open brace, system out println fatal error not a valid month. Comment, since it is not valid, terminate the program. System exit 0. The compiler insists on this return 0. We will look at the first of 3 mutators that change the entire date, setting values for all 3 properties. Set date, a mutator that expects the month in numeric format. Public void set date, int month, int day, int year. If date OK, month, day, year, this month equals month string month, this day equals day, this year equals year. Now else, system out println fatal error invalid date. System exit 0. Set date, a mutator that expects the month in string format. Public void set date, string month string, int day, int year. If date OK, month string day year, this month equals month string, this day equals day, this year equals year. Else, system out println fatal error, system exit 0. Set date, a mutator that assumes that the day is the first day of the specified year. Public void set date, int year. Set date 1 year. Set month, a mutator for month that checks whether it is a valid value for month. Public void set month, int month number. If month number is less than or equal to 0, or month number is greater than 12, system out println fatal error invalid month. System exit 0. Else, month equals month string month number. Set day, a mutator for day that checks whether it is a valid value for day. Public void set day, int day. If day is less than or equal to 0, or day is greater than 31, system out println fatal error invalid day. System exit 0. Else, this day equals day. Set year, a mutator for a year that checks whether it is a valid value for year. Public void set year int year. If year is less than 1000 or year is greater than 9999, system out println fatal error invalid year. System exit 0. Else, this year equals year.